and welcome to the 500 workshop. Today we're going to be looking at the negative earthing cable on the battery on my 500L. So the connection itself is looking a bit old, a bit weak, a bit tired. So I'm going to look to replace the actual cable and introduce a little modification as well to help me out in future. So let's take a look at the battery cable and its condition. So this is our negative cable on the battery. I don't know whether you can see quite in there, but it's starting to get really frayed and old. There's lots of broken bits of wire. It still works, but I'd rather not risk to the point where it fails. So I'm going to try and repair it. What I want to do first though, because once I get this cable out, I don't really know how I'm going to get the new one in, is I want to try and earth off a different point on the car. So probably I just need to turn you around slightly to see if we can get in here. Let's move you up. So here we've got a bolt on the bottom of the fuel tank bracket, and I'm going to try and earth off here first to make sure that I've got a good earth in case the original one messes up. So just take you back round. There we go. So the first thing we're going to do is take off the negative cable, and it's a 10mm bolt. There we go, we can lift that off, and we're going to just move it out of the way for the time being. So what I got myself here is a negative lead, which is about, I think it's about 18 inches long, from Halfords. Just an off-the-shelf item, but clearly I can't connect that to the battery. So I've also got one of these, which is a battery connector, battery terminal, for the negative side. And what I'm going to try and do is make a cut into the wire, take off some of the shield, and then put this on. So we've got ourselves a new negative cable. So it's cut and stripped. Now we're just going to put this in our negative part of the connector here, and we're just going to screw this up first by hand, and then we'll get a screwdriver in there just to make sure it's nice and tight against the wire. So tighten it with the screwdriver, now nice and tight. So what we're going to do is fit this side to the fuel tank bolt, and then fit this side to the battery, and then try and start the car. So this is a 13. I've got air gun here. Just take this off nice and quickly. And there, that's out. So to try and give it a nice connection, I'm also putting a washer on there to hopefully hold it down a little bit. Now there's a trick to getting this bolt back in. So I've threaded the connection for the battery cable through there as well, but there's a trick to getting this back in. What you want to do is just release the clip off the back of the fuel tank, and then you want to get the screw started. If you try and the bolt started. If you try and get the bolt started just by pushing down, it never seems to want to go in at the right angle. So it's a little trick that I learned, to do it first, then try and hook this over the back before you've got it tight. There we go, that's in. Now we can get our air ratchet back and just do this up nice and tight. And there we go. Nice, tight, firm connection. So, new battery terminal on. Got a feeling this is not a 10 on this one. I think it's probably an 11 or 12. Let's just check the 13, make sure it's
No, it's not a 13. Or is it? Maybe a 13. I think it might be 12. Let me check. Yeah, it's a 12. Nice and tight to make sure we've got the ground connection. Right, so let's see if the car starts. So that's good news, we have a starting car. Now we're going to try and remove the battery, remove the old negative cable and see if we can create a new one in the same space that the old one was in. So first thing we're going to do is disconnect the battery entirely and remove the battery, so we've got more workspace in here. So good news that this worked. Try and get the negative cable off. Right, so that's the new negative cable that I've just managed to lose the nut off of. Here we go. Right, and now we're going to take the positive cable off. Might have to remove the wheel, give us more room as well. At some point I should probably replace the positive cable on here as well, but it's certainly not urgent. Don't take the positive cable off very much, it's generally the negative cable to make sure that we're not grounded. Okay, now we're going to lift this out. There we go. Pull styrene there. I'll wash it down here as well. Right, so this actually has another, I don't know whether you can see this very easily, but it actually has another earth coming off it. Not too sure what that's earthing, but what I'm going to do is switch that over to the new earth. So probably lights or something similar to that that's just used there. So we're just going to transfer this over to the new negative cable for now, just so we remember it and we don't lose it. It's a little bit tight on that nut, bolt, sorry. Yeah, I'm probably going to have to make a slightly bigger connection. Doesn't seem to, seems a bit big for the bolt, which it would make sense because the bolt is slightly bigger, so you just might need to drill through that. For now we'll take a look at this, try and work out how this is connected to the frame. I mean, there's like half the strands there should be still connected here. What I'm going to do, just keep wiggling it until it breaks, which I don't think is going to be very long at all. About to go, there we go. So that core is definitely not looking the best. Although it looks pretty original to the car, I wouldn't be at all surprised if that was the original. So now I've got to work out if and how we can open this up to put a new one in. So given up on trying to take the core out of here because it is punched in. There's no way of unpunching it, so I'm going to have to go with the new ground cable. I've just spent a few minutes just this connector here, just shaving it with a file just so I can make sure it goes on, because it was a bit small for the 12mm bolt, but hopefully that should work now. And as we do up the connector, hopefully this will stay nicely on. The next bit then is to put the battery back in and connect it up. Here's our battery. Carefully kind of lower this back in. Difficult with the positive cable in the way. Because of surgery, I haven't quite got the arm strength to lift it in one go, so I'm going to try and put it down in the wheel well, and then slide it over. There we go. Okay, that's good. Put our, let me get that trap behind there. We'll put our positive cable on first. If you remember, that's a 10. So just put this back on. Want it nice and tight, don't want it moving anywhere as we're driving along. And you can put our protector back on the top there. And then we've got our new negative cable, but before we put that on, I've got something to add. And here it is. Hopefully you can see this. This is called disconnect. And what this is meant to do is go on your negative battery terminal, and the battery earth goes on here. This goes on the actual battery itself, and then what I should be able to do is just every time I want to disconnect is just unscrew this nice big button, and it should disconnect the battery. So it saves some time. It's also kind of a nice little anti-theft device, so I can carry that around with me if I wanted to. But also it saves the connectors having to be taken off and on all the time when I'm working on the car. So hopefully they'll last longer as well. So I need to work out what size this is, and I think it's going to be the one I don't have, which is the 11. So let me go and get a 11 socket. So this hasn't been the easiest thing to film on my own. Really, you want a nice close-up like this the whole time, but I couldn't give you that, apologies. But what we've got here is our disconnect attached. We have it attached to the negative terminal on the battery. We also have our new negative cable attached to the disconnect, as well as a ground for probably the lights or something similar, not quite sure. And our negative cable is attached just under here to our fuel tank connection here, and that has given us good earthing and good power. Now just want to test that our disconnect works, so I'm going to unscrew the knob, and then let's just go and check whether we've still got earth. Back in our car with a nice hand steady shot. Can turn the ignition on and nothing comes up on the dashboard at all, so confident that that works. New safety device, and new, easy to remove the earth for the battery anytime I want to work on electrics or engine or anything else.
which is really cool.